Post-purchase flows are the most undervalued asset in your entire Klaviyo account. Most brands set up a basic thank you for your order email, maybe add in some shipping confirmation, and then call it a day. But what I'm about to show you completely transforms what a post-purchase flow can do. And this is the exact post-purchase flow that generated $67,000 in 30 days for one of our e-commerce brands. Not from that welcome flow, not from their abandoned cart flow, just from the post-purchase email flow alone. And the craziest part, they previously had no post-purchase flow, causing a staggering $67,000 lost in revenue every single 30 days. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact strategy for every single email that we used inside of this post-purchase flow. We'll be looking at the exact timing, content, offers, design elements, and psychological triggers that make this work. And if you don't want to sit through this entire breakdown and would rather have us implement this exact high converting flow into your Klaviyo account, click the first link in the description and book in your free strategy call. So let's look at the exact Klaviyo post-purchase flow that generated $67,000 in just 30 days for one of our e-commerce clients. We're going to be discussing the exact flow structure, strategic timing, content strategy, and technical implementation details needed to replicate these type of results. Note, and I mean a big note here, a high performing post-purchase flow does far more than just say thank you. It builds confidence, deepens loyalty, and strategically introduces customers to their next purchase. And I'm going to show you how this looks in just a second. As you can see here, I've got the flow architecture and strategic overview. So you can go ahead, download this resource. It'll be in the link in the description. But just so you can see at a brief glance, here is obviously all the different email sequences that we had. You can see the times in which we sent these out, and then also just a brief bit of text as to what we've actually done for each email. But we want to go a bit more in depth than this. So let me take you through who this company is, what they do, and what they sell. So this is Revolve Medicare. They sell fat dissolvers, dermal fillers, consumables, skin boosters, toxins and dilutants, as well as vitamin injections. Essentially, they're a pharmacy-based company that sells skincare products, okay? Let's just go ahead and look at the flows. Now, I'm going to go straight into email number 1. This is the email that we designed. We've got a nice banner at the top promoting free shipping on orders over £500, brand logo, and a quick hey first name introduction. So that's the first line. Hey, we just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for placing your first order with us. We know you have choices when it comes to your clinic supplies, and we are grateful you chose us. At Revolve Medicare, we are committed to providing you with high quality, practitioner approved products, fast and reliable service, and expert support whenever you need it. If you have any questions about your order or need recommendations, we're here to help. Just hit reply and our team will be happy to assist. In the meantime, why not explore more of our best-selling products? Quick call to action to browse bestsellers, and then we sign this off from the Revolve Medical Care team. At the bottom, nice simple footer. We've got some USPs here of the company, and then of course the logo as well as social links at the bottom. Now, why was this such an effective email, especially for the first email that you receive after you just made your purchase? Well, first of all, it's a simple thank you, expressing gratitude, plus also the brand values as an introduction. So why this works is because it immediately expresses genuine appreciation for the customer's first order, whilst reinforcing Revolve Medicare's core differentiators: quality, reliability, and practitioner trust, which was obviously included here. We're talking about practitioners, and then also the USPs at the bottom as well that they can skim over. So key messaging and highlights. It was warm, personalized as the tone. You know, we said, hey, first name, you always want to make this personalized with customer details. Tone is friendly and professional, directly thanking the customer for placing their first order and recognizing the trust involved in choosing us as a supplier. Okay. Brand positioning clearly stated. The email confidently introduces Revolve as a supplier of high quality, practitioner approved products backed by fast and reliable service, which is core to the brand's business to business value. Okay. So when it comes to this type of niche, the biggest thing we want to have implemented is A, trust, and also B, are we backed by other practitioners? You know, this is quite a big product that when it comes to your health, you want to invest into the best possible products. So we're going to reinstate that with other experts who actually support us as a brand. Customer first tone. So of course here, no pressure to buy again, just a simple offer of support and reassurance that helps obviously by getting them to reply to the email. So we had here, you know, you can hit us with reply and we're happy to help, just showing that we're there as a trusted partner. We're not going to leave you in the blank. Subtle product discovery call to action. So of course, browsing bestsellers, even though they have just purchased from us, the biggest thing you want to do is actually get them to go back to the website and view review other products, especially when they're in that buyer's high state as well. Okay, so that's what we went ahead and done here. Then of course was just trust building visual icons at the bottom, which we've already instated with different brand values and USPs. This email isn't specifically about selling, it's more about anchoring the relationship. So it kicks off the customer journey by making them feel confident, supported and valued. So it's this emotional positioning that fuels that high open rate and sets the stage for future engagement. So the job of email number one isn't necessarily to drive a repeat purchase off the bat, it's to turn a transaction into a relationship and build that rapport essentially. That was email number one. Email number two was more focused on social proof and reinforcing the fact that they've actually made a smart buying decision by choosing us. So this was the second email. Okay, every order, every time, we've got you covered. Shop more. Hey, first name, your order is being processed and we can't wait for you to start using your new products. In the meantime, here's what other practitioners have to say about us. And then we just had some reviews from other verified practitioners, really showing that we're a trusted brand. And of course, people have said some good things about us and of course love what we do in the industry. Then we just said, we know you're getting to love your order just as much as they do, looking for more industry leading products. Again, just getting them to dabble and get back to the brand, back into our ecosystem. And just at the bottom as well, just showing we're here to support. Have any questions or need advice, just hit reply. We're always here to help. And then again, we have that same footer as we do before. Really want to reinstate those core values at the bottom of the USPs. So the second email in the Revolve Medicare's post-purchase sequence is all about reassurance through social proof. And this was sent 24 hours after that purchase. So this touch point builds on the initial thank you by validating the customer's decision with reviews from real practitioners in the aesthetics industry. Key components, we've got you covered every order, every time. That just builds confidence and reinstates you can trust us. A friendly intro message reminding the customer that order is being processed and they are still in safe, trusted hands. So we're really building that trust here. Prominent practitioner testimonials. Again, that's going to obviously highlight different things within the service. So in some of these, we're talking about highlighting the fast shipping aspect. Some of the reviews are actually talking about excellent service and product quality. What I would suggest you do is actually tailor your reviews to hit different angles that are quote unquote objections your customers might have. A subtle but strategic call to action to shop more or explore industry leading products. Again, that was leading at the bottom. A soft customer support reminder. Again, we established here, really just building that trust and of course just showing that a reliable source when it comes to communication. Reinforcement of trust badges. Again, that was at the bottom here. And the reason this email performs so well is because rather than overloading the customer with facts or offers, this email is specifically designed to strengthen trust, deepen their comfort level with the brand by showcasing relatable practitioner voices. That's pretty much email number two. Again, it's more so not about selling, but reaffirming that we are trustworthy and have a lot of people buying from our brand. Okay. Email number three. This was curating bestsellers for hydration, volume, and skincare repair. So at the top, we're leading with three of the main core desires that these people are looking for with their products. So they're looking for hydration, volume, and skin repair. We put that all in one place. That's our leading core values at the top in the header. Nice, simple call to action, shop bestsellers. Hey, first name. If you loved your last order, you might want to check out some of our top performing products. Trusted by practitioners for hydration, volume, and rejuvenation. Then we've got a product here, Profilo, again, just another product. And then we say what this actually does and how you can benefit from this. So the gold standard for skin, revitalization and deep hydration, a unique hybrid of high and low molecular weight to enhance elasticity and long lasting glow. Shop now. Okay, so we've literally done that for all of these products. This is what this product is. Here's the benefits and who this is for. So ideal for cheek, chin, and jawline definition. Then once we've gone through their bestsellers, we just say these bestsellers are practitioner approved and client loved. Why not add them to your next order? Nice, simple call to action. And then we have the USPs at the bottom again. Okay, so just really reinforcing those USPs. Now, why did this work so well? Well, it was a curation of bestsellers that already a proven product. When we sent this out, this was on the full 4/5 day. And I'll go through the actual flow setup in a second on Klaviyo. But this was on the full 4/5 day. The excitement of ordering has now settled and anticipation for delivery is building. This is the ideal time to re-engage first-time buyers with carefully curated list of complementary best-selling products, positioned as expert recommendations rather than pushy upsells, right? So the key components here, a headline focused on needs, not products. So we're just really talking about their desires here. So top picks of hydration, volume, and skincare, skin repair. A personalized professional tone that positions products as solutions for common client requests, okay? Then we've also got 3 featured products, each with short benefit-driven descriptions, skincare / aesthetic use case focus, visual separation for easy scanning, and clear product names as well, so you can quickly skim over what each product is, okay? Then we've got a nice clean call to action block for the browse bestsellers. And the reason this email works so well is because it blends education and intent-based discovery. So the tone is confident, it's expert-driven, not transactional. The goal isn't to get a second purchase immediately, it's to position Revolve as a go-to product source for future needs. This email is literally a bridge, it's not a pitch. It educates, inspires, and primes customers for that next purchase decision when the time is right. So that was the third email within this sequence. Email 4 was actually a review request. So this is the email. Really, really simple. And I'm going to explain why this is plain text in just a second. So we say, hey name, we'd love to hear your thoughts on your recent order. Your feedback helps us continue providing the best products and service for practitioners like you. Plus, it helps others in the industry make informed decisions. It only takes a minute. Let us know what you think. Call to action is leave a review with a hyperlink. Your experience matters, and we truly appreciate you taking the time to share it. Revolve Medicare team. So this was a review request, and the reason this works so well is because it helps shape the professional standard. So by day 14, the customer has likely received and used their product, making this the perfect time to request a review. Rather than just a generic rate your experience email, what we've actually done is frame this and ask a way to support the broader aesthetic community and help fellow practitioners make smarter purchasing decisions. So key components was, of course, being friendly, low pressure intro message that thanks the customer again and makes it clear their opinion genuinely matters. Direct call to action was, of course, leave a review, short, prominent, and linked to a review page. Tone that emphasizes collaboration and contribution rather than obligation. And then, of course, just a subtle reminder that their feedback helps other professionals. This is not just about helping the brand, it's about helping the bigger picture. So again, just leading on from that, this email keeps things clean and direct while reinforcing the idea that Revolve serves a professional community, not just a customer list. It's not begging for 5 stars, it's inviting participation in a bigger mission, which is to help peers discover what works. So the reason this was plain text is because it comes across as more formal and serious. It almost looks like the actual Medicare team has took the time out of their day to write this personal email directly to you, the actual user and the customer within their niche. That's why we've done it, and it works really, really effectively to, of course, automate reviews for their brand. So just lead on from that as well. Like I mentioned a minute ago, this is about helping the bigger picture. The best review request emails aren't about the stars. They're about belonging. You're giving the customer a voice in a community of professionals. Now, let's talk about the conditional logic returning customers email. So let me just explain what I mean by this. These were for first-time buyers in the post-purchase flow. We've also got repeat buyers. So how we set this up inside of Klaviyo is we had, of course, the trigger at the top that started the sequence. When somebody placed an order, we wait 2 minutes. If they placed more than one order, so as you can see here, the order has been placed over one time across the entirety of them being a customer with us, they will then receive an email which basically says if they have not exceeded that order of 1 overall all time, they will then be put into a repeat customer segment, as you can see here. So this is thank you for choosing us again. This is for the people who've basically purchased 2 or more times. If they haven't exceeded that, the customer will then get a thank you for your order. That's the first sort of sequence we went through a minute ago. So all of these are for first time buyers. Then this final email is actually for returning customers. So what we've done here is, again, same sort of banner at the top and logo. Hey name, we just wanted to take a moment to say thanks for choosing us again. Your trust means everything, and we are so glad to be your go-to supplier for aesthetic essentials. Whether you're restocking your favorites or trying something new, we're here to make sure you have everything you need quickly, reliably, and hassle-free. Keep an eye on your inbox. We've got some exciting things coming your way. Browse bestsellers from the Revolve Medicare team, and then of course our USPs here at the bottom within the footer. The trigger logic was obviously if the customer has placed 1 or more previous orders, then they're obviously going to be put into this repeat customer branch in the flow. The key components here is obviously acknowledge that this is the continued trust, reinforces that Revolve is their go-to supplier, emphasizes consistency, reliability, and a fast service, and also includes a subtle CTA to browse bestsellers, getting them back into that ecosystem again, whilst maintaining the professional tone without overselling, okay? So why this matters is because we need to actually acknowledge repeat buyers. Returning customers already know the basics. They don't need introductory reassurance. Instead, they want to feel recognized, appreciated, and prioritized. By adjusting the flow for them, Revolve obviously is going to avoid redundancy while deepening that customer relationship. When you treat every returning customer like a first-time buyer, you miss the opportunity to build brand loyalty, This branch speaks directly to that experience and that trust. So really just segmenting who you are talking to with these flows. Okay, let's go straight into the technical implementation. So in terms of the technical implementation and best practices, executing Revolve Medicare's post-purchase sequence required more than great copy and design. It demanded precision in mobile-first execution and platform-specific best practices. You don't just want to send an email out that's tailored for desktop. You want to make sure that the template is both for desktop and also for mobile. You can see that across all of these, they're all completely tailored for mobile and also desktop. That is non-negotiable. That needs to be done. These technical details are what elevated the flow from good to revenue generating. So mobile-first foundations, 65 to 75% of opens happen on mobile. So every email in the flow was designed to be flawless on small screens, especially for busy professionals skimming between appointments, right? Key mobile optimization principles used. So a strict 600 pixel max width across all emails is what needs to be used to maintain consistent rendering across mobile for all clients. Single column layout to ensure clean stacking and fluid content flow on narrow screens. You want larger, finger-friendly call to action buttons, so a minimum of 44 to 44 pixels for easy tapping, especially for shop links and review call to actions. Then we've got vertically stacked product blocks for bestsellers and testimonials, ensuring no horizontal scrolls or cut off content. Adding on to this, making sure everything is readable, accessible for text sizing, with all body copy set around 14 to 16 pixels minimum, to eliminate the need for zooming, and then just concise image plus text balance to avoid long load times and visual clutters. So that's how you obviously optimize for mobile structure and ensure the emails are visually appealing, quickly and easy to digest, as well as action orientated regardless of where the customer opened them. Only other thing you want to sort of look at is making sure your technical authentication set up. So make sure you've implemented SPF, DKIM and DMARC records for your sending domain to verify that sender legitimacy and improve inbox placement rates. Sender reputation as well. Just make sure you're using the same address for your sending domain. Then, of course, just make sure all the content is compliant with, obviously, the stuff within your niche. So when it comes to weight loss and skincare and stuff like that, you need to make sure you're avoiding spam trigger words and include proper unsubscribe mechanisms to prevent filtration. So let's talk about the actual subject lines we used within this flow. So email number 1 was a simple welcome to Revolve Medicare. We appreciate you. And that got 67% open rates. Email number 2 was confidence in every order. Here's why practitioners choose us. 56% open rates. Email 3 was tried these bestsellers yet? So being personal and questionable. 43% open rate. Email number 4, tried and tested. Let us know how it went. 45% open rate. And then repeat customers email. Thanks for choosing us again. That was 28%. I've actually left why this works under each one here. You'll see email number 1, it uses appreciation to create an emotional connection immediately after they've purchased. Email number 2, the reason this works so well is because it leverages social proof and authority to validate the customer's decision via using practitioners choosing us. Email 3 was simply creating curiosity by posing a question that teases product discovery. So, have you tried these bestsellers yet? Email 4, tried and tested. Let us know how it went. Why it works is because it feels conversational and positions the review request as a way to help others. And then email number 5, which was actually a different segment. This was for repeat customers. Thanks for choosing us again. It actually acknowledges loyalty and reinforces the customer's return as a value. Okay.
So there you have it, the exact post-purchase flow that made $67,000 in just 30 days. What makes this flow so powerful isn't just one element. It's the combination of perfect timing, strategic content, and optimized design working together as one system. And this is the exact flow structure that we implement for all of our clients, and it consistently delivers incredible results across virtually every e-commerce niche. Now, you could try to create this flow yourself, but if you want us to implement this exact system into your Klaviyo account, complete with all the conditional logic, product recommendation algorithms, and conversion-focused design that you've seen today, click the first link in the description and book your free strategy call. We'll analyze your current post-purchase flow, as well as identify other big revenue opportunities within your Klaviyo account, and of course show you exactly how you can receive results just like you've seen in this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.